Hello again and welcome to our July 2023 edition of Quick Kit. Links to everything that we mentioned will be down in the description below. But before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to buy anything you see in this video or any other filmmaking or photography gear, head over to cvp.com where our experienced team is waiting to help you. We've had Manfrotto's new Cineloader series of bags in the studio for testing for a while now, and they're actually really good. Naturally, we've used a lot of bags over the years, but these are some of our favourites that we've used pretty consistently as our general out on location shooting bags. They are quite similar to the Arri unit bags, which are very popular. However, I much prefer the zip used on the Cineloader. The bags are a mix of both soft and hard materials, and they feel really solid. We've managed to get a range of fully rigged cameras into these pretty easily, and the lid pockets are nicely sized and positioned as well. The dividers are also nice. They aren't super flimsy like others I've used, they're quite rigid. I also like how flat the top of the bag is, as the top of it is quite hard, so you can easily put things onto it or stack the bags for storage. The bottom is fully sealed from water, but the rest of the bag is just water repellent. We haven't run into any issues with them yet, and we've used them quite a bit. They are available to order now on our website. Earlier this month, Sony released 3 new products. First off was the A6700, their latest Alpha series mirrorless camera. It has an APS-C sensor capable of capturing 4K at 120 frames per second, improved body ergonomics and control, improved autofocus, and a whole bunch of other awesome new features. We checked it out in a previous video, which you can check out if you want to learn more here. With this camera, Sony have also released a new 7200 f4G and a very interesting looking mic. The new 7200mm f4G OSS2 is a really nice compact option for people not needing an f2.8 zoom, and it has some pretty cool features. It can produce excellent images, which isn't too surprising, but the most surprising feature is its new half macro mode. This macro capability works across the entire zoom range with a minimum focus distance of 26cm at the wide end, which ramps to 42cm at the tele end, which is excellent for a tele lens to have, and you can get some very good macro shots because of it. It is also much smaller than the previous f4 lens, but it does now extend when you zoom, which is good for storage but not quite as good practically when on camera. It also features an updated focus mechanism, so it's lightning fast to focus and easy to manual focus for video on. And lastly, we have the ET-M1 microphone. This is an on-camera mic that connects and powers directly through Sony's MI shoe on their cameras. It has the ability to switch between 8 different recording patterns via the back dial. This means that you can easily switch patterns on the fly, and you can even record 4 channels of audio with it as well, with the first 2 being the primary source of whatever pattern you choose, and then channels 3 and 4 being your safety channels, both recording an omnidirectional pickup, with channel 3 recording it at your given gain setting, and channel 4 at -20 dB. This is an awesome feature, and could be incredibly useful for anyone running and gunning with an on-camera microphone who wants to have that extra bit of peace of mind. Tiffen have developed a range of filters with Arri for the signature lenses that uses the rear magnetic holder mount. There is a massive range of filter types and strengths available for this, so there are plenty of nice diffusion options to choose from. This system is great as you can easily use the same strength filter across a wide range of focal lengths without worrying about the effect of your filter changing as you go from a wide to a tele. It can also help with lightweight configurations where you may not want to use a matte box, or it could help free up a space in your matte box for other filters. As standard, the signatures come with an empty magnetic ring at the back. This means that if you're planning on using rear filters with these lenses, you'll need to grab clears as well. And this is because you'll need to shim each lens with a clear filter, as otherwise your back focus will be out when you use any of the other filters, which you do not want. This looks like a really nice system though for anyone who's going to rent or buy signature primes. Mid49 is a new company that creates high-end camera accessories for film production, founded by Ryan and Eliza Scorman, who also founded Wooden Camera. They are gradually releasing new products for a range of different camera brands. I really like the look of their Canon monitor hinge replacement they have designed for the C300 Mark III or 500 Mark II. Their 15mm support also looks really solid as well. We should be getting some into our showroom stock soon, which I'm excited to check out. Aputure has released 2 new softboxes, the Light Dome 3 and the Light Dome Mini 3. These have a new design that looks to be much faster and easier to use than the older versions of these modifiers. When storing them, they can now be packed down flat unlike previous versions which will take up much more room when in their bags. Setting these up looks much faster thanks to this new design, which is good as some softboxes can take a while to build. It's only a small change, and they both share a lot with the older models, but it's a massive quality of life improvement that I'm sure many people will love, us included. I can't wait to get my hands on these to check them out. Zhiyun have announced their latest gimbal, the Crane 4. This new gimbal has been designed for larger mirrorless cameras and decent sized cine cameras, such as the C70 or FX6. Zhiyun weirdly haven't listed a specific payload in the specs, but do have a compatibility list available on their site. With gimbals getting so good now, it's interesting to see the little additions and changes that Zhiyun have added to the Crane 4 to make it stand out. This includes the addition of balance indicator lights, a 10-watt fill bicolour light on the front of the tilt motor, and its unique sling grip design. It also features a pretty cool looking quick release system that will allow you to switch between landscape and portrait modes really fast. Though you can also switch on the fly by pressing a button on the gimbal. It also uses 4 18650 batteries, which should give you loads of battery life. Let us know below which you'd get, this or the DJI RS3 Pro. Tascam have announced the new Pro version of the DR-10L. This is a really small and lightweight audio recorder which looks to pack a punch. This new Pro version adds support for timecode via an optional Bluetooth adapter, longer battery life, increased micro SD-XC capacity of up to 512GB, and internal 32-bit float recording. 32-bit float is the big feature here, as it's incredibly convenient for running gun shooters who don't want to worry about setting their levels themselves while out shooting. We use the Zoom F3 for our piece to camera setup, and having 32-bit float makes my life so much easier when recording these talking head pieces by myself, and we use it on location to record interviews as well. Meike have announced the new 12mm t2.5 Super 35 Cinema Prime. This brings their Super 35 set of lenses to 7 focal lengths overall. This looks similar in design to the rest of the set, though does look larger at the front, which isn't too surprising. It's available in both PL or EF, and at T2.5, it's quite impressive how fast it is considering how affordable it is as well. It has a rated image circle of 28.2mm, which will limit what cameras you can get the lens onto and use comfortably. Once we get one into test, it'll be up on our lens tool, but if you want to check out the lens tool now, link to that is down in the description below. We managed to check out the Cartoni Lifto 25, which has been specifically designed for PTZ cameras. Though, of course, you can use any other regular camera within the payload and size limit on it as well. It's a pretty simple product to use and in concept. It's decently quiet, has a max speed of 38mm per second, and a maximum height of 238cm or 94 inches. It can be controlled via a wired remote control unit or via Bluetooth. Considering its price, it performs well, and could be a good option for small studios, newsrooms, or houses of worship, to add a little bit of dynamism to their productions. The GH6 can now output B-RAW via its HDMI to a Video Assist 12G recorder. This update adds the ability for the GH6 to output B-RAW in a range of resolutions and frame rates. It also adds the ability to output 4K up to 120 frames per second via the HDMI. Both of these firmwares are available to download now. Right, let's get into our quick-fire honourable mentions. Links to details about these are in the description below. Atomos have released their companion PC and Mac app for their Atom X cast streamer and switcher for their Ninja recorders. Apple has released Final Cut Pro 10.6.7. DaVinci Resolve 18.5 is no longer in beta and is available to download now. DJI have announced their latest drone, the Air 3. Photodiacs have released their new Fusion lens adapters. FX Lion have announced the Nano wireless V-mount batteries, which have wireless charging for your phone built in. GDU has launched a range of new accessories for a few different RED cameras. Godox have released a range of flexible LED mats. Kipon announced the Bavier's B4 to Super 35 PL converter, which allows you to use B4 mount lenses with Super 35 cameras. Maxima has announced the 6 GAN lights. Mutiny have announced their 12G SDI isolator. Polar Pro have announced their Helix Maglock filter system, which looks really nice. Sirui have announced the C150B and C300B LED fixtures. Smorig have released new cage kits for the Komodo and Komodo X, and a range of USB-C chargeable small camera batteries. Wooden Camera have released their Elite accessory system for the LX35. Vaxis released a new gold mount dual voltage TX cradle. Zeiss have acquired camera tracking specialist Encam. Zhiyun also announced the Molus G200 Cob LED fixture, and 5-ray V60 light wand. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe ready for next month's quick kit, and let us know what kit you've picked up this month in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.